previously I had just been using one of my ability modifiers. I never really like picked out any skills.
Okay, well, let's give you like 4 ranks in like an engineering, skill that's related to kind of like a mechanical skill, or like,
Okay.
and
Would that be more of a knowledge or a profession type skill?
yeah, let's say like profession.
Okay.
And you could say like chain conductor or something like that, which would give you some relevant bonuses. And so you'll just have to do like 6 effort to free this thing without breaking it from the barge here.
Okay.
And so it's like hardness in 3.5. You'll like roll against the DC and then roll effort, and we'll say that you roll with a D6. Got to make 6 effort, and say the DC is 12 for this check to get this thing loose. So you can do 1 check this turn.
Okay.
Effort if you succeed.
I got with my mod, I got 18.
Okay, so you successfully find a foothold and start to pry off this toe crystal.
Okay. And then you want me to roll a d6 for the effort part?
Yeah.
I got a 1.
Okay, so it's 1 effort worth of becoming free. All right, and with that, we're going to cut to Stephanie, who is in the great room here, and is, I'm just going to say, starting to Jones a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like loot the area, like look around, open anything that can be opened, that sort of a maneuver.
Okay, sure. So let's do a check for you to just search the area. That's going to be a wisdom-based check. And
Oh, I can tell you my modifier, but I don't have dice.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll roll for you. Okay, so let's kind of quadrantize this map right
Sure.
now. And you can kind of search a quadrant at a time.
Okay.
And I'll, basically tell you whether you've exhausted a quadrant. But here we go. So let's say that the Baron's picture there.
Uh-huh.
That's and that and the steps and that whole area. That's like 1 third. Let's put it into thirds. The portrait of the dying soldier. That's another kind of area, and then by the door and those portraits. That's kind of another area.
I'm gonna go with by the door and those portraits.
Okay. You got it. So you move over and you see this portrait of the grizzly mountain man and his wand slung across his shoulders. Hold on. Go to change over there. There we go. And then this portrayal of the ousting of the goblins many years ago by the Baron's father. So go ahead and tell me your modifier for that. What's your modifier for this search check?
Wisdom? Question mark?
Wisdom.
Sorry. Yeah. -1.
-1. Okay, so you're rolling against a 12 here. And unfortunately, you look around and you just don't have any clue exactly where to look. Doesn't even occur to you really to look behind yourself. So we'll give it another try next time.
The art doesn't even make you feel any sort of way.
And okay,
I can't interpret this at all.
back in the kitchen, we have a rather desperate scene where a conflict is burgeoning, I would say. Sorry, I'm tripping over everything in my house. And Trimurius Hergum has basically, offended Langdon just by the nature of his presence in this little kitchen room. And so, have at thee! The rebellion shall prevail! And these little mice men are running around through your legs. And Langdon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a swing at them with the blunt of my blade to try to do non lethal damage.
Okay.
I'm not
gonna give you disadvantage for that, but I think we're gonna incur a penalty for that attacking with the. Well, I guess.
Sure, that's
side of your blade. Maybe just a -1.
No, that's fine. I think in 3-5 it's a -2 to try to do non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Because you're intentionally focusing on you doing it in a way that you don't normally do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, and as a free action, I'm gonna say, "Get back, all of you! There's too many of them!" And swing my rapier.
Okay.
And I got a natural 19, so that's gonna hit. I bet. 25.
I think you're gonna hit a couple of them. Yeah. So you smack into a couple of these little boys and send them back screaming, and as they smash into the wall here, the door, and kind of fall into a pile there, and then these two that are right next to you on the shelf there, they're both going to throw little improvised spears at you made out of forks and other, little random kitchen utensils. And does a 15 hit you?
It does, yeah.
All right, so you receive 1 piercing damage as your shoulder gets picked with this little thing, and there's a little cry of joy from the entourage up there on the shelf.
I howl in pain, kind of overdramatically.
I wonder if I'm maxing out my mic sometimes. I wonder if that's. I'm gonna clip it just a little lower. Can y'all hear me?
I can't hear you at all, Woody.
Yeah, it's really hard to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Really?
Barely.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Totally.
Okay, I'll just have to do this then again. Okay. So, what's your name? Pettifogger, it's your turn. Cumberland.
Okay. So Langdon kind of took a little fall there.
Langdon just got hit with a tiny spear in his shoulder.
I am kind of being a little overreactive on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a cue from that, and I'm going to also pretend like I got hit by one as well. And just kind of fall up to my knees, and then lay down on the ground.
Okay, so you go down, boom. Okay. And as you go down, these two little guys, they jump and kind of bounce off your back, and they head over towards Langdon here. And Langdon, those two are going to they're going to try to spear you in the knees. Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
They kind of get around you, and they I'm going to say that on another successful hit that they managed to trip you somehow. They kind of get you right in the Achilles or something. Does a 17 hit you?
It does, yeah.
All right, so they give you the proper poke right where it counts, and you go tumbling backwards and kind of slump against the wall there. You're down. Okay, and we cut back to Jerry.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to continue to remove that the Somnium engine.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll for that.
Got a 22 on the check and a 4 on the effort.
Okay, so you nearly have this thing free. You're getting under it. You're like disengaging it, and part of the process is you're kind of attuning with the crystal and like releasing it from its affiliation with this barge. And I want you to also make a perception check, Jerry.
Okay. Is perception, what modifier is that?
Wisdom.
21.
All right. So as you're focusing on this very delicately, because you know that failure could result in a lethal explosion, you all of a sudden hear something off in the distance coming from downriver. It sounds like the chanting of high, screeching voices, and you hear, okay. We cut back to Stephanie in the in the manor here, and so this time we're going to make the check a little bit easier. Every time you kind of check a section, we'll take it down a little bit. So this is only going to be a 10 now to search. And you have -1, is that right? Well, you tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna search again after really loudly sighing at the paintings.
Okay, you rolled a 3, so no.
What even is art?
Keep on kind of like searching around, and you find yourself lost in the painting, and kind of like, you're having these kind of you're basically triggered by the goblins portrayed in the thing here, and the time that you spent at the brutal hand of those little greasy perverts.
Yeah, all right. Sounds right.
Okay, and we cut back to the kitchen here. Oh, cut back to the kitchen. Can I cut back to the kitchen? All right, here we go. And the little kobolds are all going to take a poke here at you, Langdon. And I'm going to give them advantage since they got you down here. Oh, that's it. 118. And 1 miss. And does a 14 hit you?
No.
And 117. So that's 2 hits. So they start poking you for 3 and 4 damage. And they're like really just like shivving you on the sides, really getting going at you.
Is that 4 total? Is that 4 total or 7 total?
7 total.
Damn.
They're going to town. They're sawing you up in your sides. But now it's your turn. And you can stand up as a free action here.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and with a wink at the first one, I'm gonna make a swing with my rapier, like a wink and a cackle, as if hopefully as if all of this didn't matter. Fuck me. 10.
Okay, 10 does not hit. They're hard to hit, these little guys running all around. And they don't do very much damage, but they just rolled pretty well on their rolls there. Okay, Cumberbund.
All right. So since they're all kind of preoccupied with Langdon, I'm gonna make an attempt to pick one of them up from behind me.
The nearest one is engaged, so you've got flank on him basically, so you can grab him, and
Cool.
You'll have advantage on that attempt.
Okay.
So we'll treat it like a grapple, which if you hit their touch attack class, like armor class, and I've got a number in mind, you successfully grab them.
Okay. That's an 18.
Okay, so you scoop up this little pinky, and as you do, he drops his little serrated spoon, and he's screaming, "It's got me! The giant one's got me!" And you can feel his little heart, racing in his chest, and he's got the softest little white fur, and you start screaming and wriggling in your hands. And then, hold fast, brother, and 2 of them. So this is the one you're holding. He's going to be on top of you there. And,
okay. Wait, I was intending on standing up while picking him up.
Okay. So you grab one and you stand up with him then.
Yeah.
You got him. Let's see. There we go. Okay. You're holding him up in the air and kind of like he's wriggling. He's pushing, down against your hand. Okay.
I'm gonna try pull him into my chest and hold my hand crossbow up to him.
Okay. And so you hold your you get him under the gun there.
All right. Let me up. Everybody freeze!
All the kobolds drop what they're doing, and they there's a moment of tension as they all watch you. Got another phrase if you want it.
All right.
Actually,
this little guy's gonna get it.
Just hold on. You've got a minute on the clock. Go for it.
We're all reasonable here. All right. We're not the ones who have been fighting you. All right. We're here to help you. Is that understood?
What do you mean? We asked you for your help and you attacked us.
This has all just been a misunderstanding. I'm sure you can understand that.
All right. Make a diplomacy check there.
Ooh, 23.
23. Okay, I'm going to make a secret roll here. Okay. Trimerius, his leg badly injured, hobbles forward from the gate and he says,
"Stop! I believe this man, this giant. If you can make peace with us, sir, we just want our people. What is best for our people, please."
All right, I'm going to
Don't hurt my son.
All right, as long as you'll work with us, all right? No more fighting. There's been enough bloodshed here. I actually knew your grandfather. Although I can't quite remember his name. What was it? Something that started with a T? Is that right? No? Maybe not. Anyway, he was a great man, a young warrior just like yourself. And look, he gave me this. I'm going to pull out a little key out of my pocket. Got a house key kind of thing. He told me to give this to you. I'm going to try and bend down and hand it to him. Where's that?
Is Woody gone?
Woody's gone.
Well,
Yeah, he must have.
I was wondering why the mice people stopped replying.
Yeah. It's really becoming a one-sided conversation.
I think it started with a T, maybe not.
Doesn't matter.
But you did tell them all to freeze, so maybe you have to say.
Ran out. Batteries ran out. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Oh my god.
Is it just like his microphone battery or something then?
I don't know because I think it's still recording.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Mike Bet. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to use this microphone instead. It's just one of my camera mics, so hopefully you can hear me all right. So what was the last thing you heard me say?
let's see. Like you said, like don't hurt my son. Don't hurt.
Timarius, he says, well, yes, I mentioned I was the fourth of my name. I don't want to be rude in pointing out that basically anybody could have predicted my father's name. I will accept this gesture, however skeptical I may be, as a point of peace between our people.
All right, I'm gonna make an elaborate gesture and get down on one knee and hold out the key to him.
All right, he takes the key and he says, I will have our master smiths forge this into a great sword. And he beckons for one of his attendants to grab the key, and a few of the kobolds disappear into a little crack in the wall, and 2 of them are gone now. Please put my son down now. All right, and we'll come back to that because we're going to Jerry. Or Langdon. Did you have an action, Langdon?
Yeah, I attacked one of them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're going to move back to Jerry here.
Okay, so do I am I able to recognize what the voices or the sound I heard was?
You hear, it sounds like voices are approaching from in the distance, kind of around the bend, where you the kind of off of the tributary of the main. Well, they're coming from basically downriver, where you all came from.
So I wouldn't be able to identify it as anything more specific than just like humanoid or intelligent.
Make another perception check.
Okay. I got a 14 on that one.
Okay, so the voices are coming a little bit clearer, and you suspect that it's the high squealing of goblins, and they're saying, you can't really make out the words.
I'm going to quickly replace the sheet over the Somnium engine.
I'll just tell you too that you're like you've almost got this thing off. You basically can pack it. You can just you can pop it off as a free action essentially here if you roll that if you roll high enough. But
okay, I have time to do that and then head back up to the house with it.
Okay. So you just make a check against a 12.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay, so you managed to pop it the rest of the way up, and it's pretty heavy. You're gonna have to carry it with 2 hands, but you can take it back up there.
Okay, I'm going to take it up with me into the mansion then, relatively quickly, because I want to get the others' attention.
All right, so you kind of hobble over the boat there and walk past the harquebus and up the stairs, and you get to the door there with the crystal. And we're gonna go to Stephanie's turn. So, Caitlin.
Your microphone's off, Caitlin.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to punch the painting directly in front of me, and then that's a free action because I'm done searching. I just want to do that out of frustration because I've been staring at art that I don't get for a while. And then can I hear either what Jerry is doing outside or what's happening with the mouse people?
We'll give you a perception check again against a 12. And you can hear Jerry coming up the steps.
Okay, so I want to open the door and ask him what he's doing.
And so you spear through this painting, and you do just hit the wall on the other side, but you gouge a big hole right in the chest of the mountain man with the Somnium wand behind him. And sorry, what did you say?
I want to open the door and then to Jerry say, "What are you doing?"
Oh, okay. So you prop the door open and you see Jerry there holding this big glowing toe crystal in the empty doorway there. Boom. So you guys, dialogue, go. You got a minute.
What do you think you're doing with that?
Well, you wouldn't believe this if I told you, but it sounds to me as if there is a goblin horde heading this way. And naturally, I was attending to poor Simon's needs on the boat. And I knew I could just sense there was something important on your father's barge. I went to investigate, and lo and behold, the Somnium engine. I wasn't going to let it fall into goblin hands.
So, number one, not my father. Number two, I'm pretty sure that was attached to the boat.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not.
Okay, and with that, we're going to move back to, we're going to move back to our boys in the kitchen here. Please, sirs, and you see a little goblin, or not a goblin, a little kobold emerge back from the wall. Sound the alarm! The manor is besieged! And it's your turn, Cumberland, or Langdon, rather.
I'm gonna question the whole besieged thing. Besieged? What do you mean by that, little man?
Goblin folk spotted upriver.
Goblins? Oh, dear me! And I put my hand to my forehead, and I kind of make a weary face and go, I wish I were strong enough to fight those goblins, but you.
They're not really listening to your comments. And another one says, Trimerius says, "Quick, you! Did you see who is leading them?" And the other kobold says, "It's Grizz." And yeah, back to you. That word just hangs in the air. Langdon?
I'm not gonna really. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say.
Okay, fine.
They're not really talking to me. So
no worries. Cumberland.
Put me down! Squeak, 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 squeak.
Can you fight them off?
What did you say?
I said, can you fight them off?
We will hide! We will protect ourselves!
at that, can I chime in?
Yeah.
I said, no, you're the most powerful warriors here. More powerful than us, clearly. And I hold my gushing wounds, that gushing, quote unquote, where they speared me. You must defend your home.
He's right.
We will hide and we will fight. It is our way. Kobolds, kobold, kobold! Together bold, kobold!
Yes, very bold. Very brave, little boy.
And they start to shirt off and they run and kind of disappear into the woodwork, so to speak. And Trimerius, he says, "Please, put down my son. You must find a place to hide. The goblins will be here soon."
Tiberius, I knew your grandfather. He would have stayed. He would have fought. He hated goblins. And he loved his son. And I'm going to keep cradling his son.
We will fight in our own way. If you are wise, you would grab the Baron's gun, the great wand, the harquebus.
Oh, well, how am I to load it? With what?
With somnium, you fool.
And
but where?
Have his Trimerius the Fifth is going to try to wrangle out of your grasp there. He's going to have disadvantage, but he's going to roll an opposed strength for you. He's going to get a -3 to his roll. But, okay, he can't get free from you. You've got him fast. Please, sir, if we provide you some somnium, can you bring the gun?
I can. Just tell us where. Bring it to us. Be quick.
Bring it inside and point it at the door. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Okay, and we're going to cut back to Jerry here. And Jerry, what's your move?
Well, I'm going to drop the engine inside the door and close it behind me.
Okay, clunk.
And I'm gonna run and find my my other party members in the house.
Okay.
Would I be able to perceive where their voices were coming from?
Yeah, you can hear them. They're in the kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way that way then.
All right, so you going at a good speed there, or like you gonna do your full movement?
Yeah, I need to get there.
Okay, so you run past Stephanie, and as you step off of this red runner, you briefly recall the Baron mentioning how slippery the freshly waxed floor is. And so we're going to have you do a reflex save to keep from falling on your ass.
Okay.
Do you have dice?
I'm using the digital roller.
Okay. So you're rolling against a 12 to not fall.
I got an 18.
Okay, so you slip, but you boom, boom, and you grab the doorknob, and you pull open the door, and you see inside Cumberbund is holding a small rat man up high, and another confused-looking rat man is kind of under him bleeding, and Langdon is kind of, holding his side from some little pincushiony wounds that are leaking out. It's a strange scene. And we move back to Stephanie. And Stephanie, I want you to make you can see movement out of the window there. If you go to the window, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah?
No dice. All right.
So basically, I'll just say, kind of table talk here. In the great room, the floors are freshly waxed. So if you move more than just like a 5-foot step, equivalent on these floors, you have to make a reflex save or else you slip and fall. So just doing a little short kind of square movement here, you can carefully get to the window if that's all you're doing. Is just kind of carefully.
Yep.
No, is that on the whole floor, Woody, or just where, would the carpet area be safe still, or?
If you move along the carpet, you don't have to make the check.
Okay.
Okay, and
So what can I see here?
So you look out the window, and coming around the bend, you see a very crude raft, and it's loaded with the form of tiny gobberlings. And now that they're closer, you can hear them chanting a name, and they're saying, "Grizz, Grizz, Grizz, Grizz." And they're like, they've got little poles, and they're kind of pushing their way towards the manor. And so, let me get this shot. I hope I can, because it would be a cool one. Stephanie, no, not quite. Here we go. Through the window, Stephanie sees the goblins coming.
Drive through the window.
What's your action?
I wanna crouch down below the window and yell alert that there are goblins. Just kind of goblins.
And then as you do this, you hear this, yeah, goblins, coming from outside. And we'll move back to Jerry here.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna continue. Oh, I guess I was already in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, you can step into the kitchen.
Okay. Well, if you two are done playing Ratatouille, there's a goblin situation that needs addressed outside.
Jerry, you don't understand. These are great fighters. These are kobolds, and they are expert goblin fighters. We're in luck. We are not as in danger as we once thought. They will defend us. This is their home, and we share it with them, and they're going to defend it. Isn't that right, Time Mercers?
He looks at you skeptically. He says,
My meepers.
"Just get to the gun." And he says, "Trimarius, I'll see you soon. Try me, Junior." And he disappears into the walls. And so, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
gun.
yeah, Jerry, if it's your turn.
So I saw the gun outside previously.
Mhm.
All right, let's get it.
Okay,
Okay.
Langdon, it's your turn. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up the door behind me
Okay.
and say, you two get the gun. I'll stick out here, and I'm gonna go into the room behind me and hole up by the window with my longbow.
Okay. So you open this door and you kind of can move the table aside if you want, move it back a little bit, or you could prop it up.
Yeah, would there be a way for me to prop it up and just have like I'll just look out the window, I think.
Okay.
I'll just move it back.
So you move it back a bit and you hold up near the window.
I can't see a way that I could prop up the table and like have just like a slit that I can like aim through and see through accurately.
Let's make just a dexterity check to see if you can do that smoothly enough that it can all be finished this turn. How about? So if you
Okay, for sure.
see to the 12, you prop it up. Otherwise, you're going to spend part of next turn committed to this task.
All
But
right,
if you
cool.
do, you're going to have good cover. You can fire from advantage and all that.
Did you say 12?
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
8 plus 4, baby.
I think we've been playing me to beat it. So,
Mm-hmm.
so you managed to prop this thing up against the window so that you've got a little pin prick, and you can kind of adjust it even to, kind of get a better angle.
Nice.
So you've got your little arrow slit now. And Cumberbund.
So I'm gonna start running for the door.
Try me the fifth. He says, "Let me loose. I won't go anywhere. I'll tell you where to go."
Okay.
Please.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, all right, lead the way.
All right. So he climbs up on your shoulder and he kind of clings on. He grabs the edge of your cap to steady himself, and then he's kind of clinging to your collar. And he says, "Quick! You need to go out to the docks."
All right. I'm gonna start bolting for the door, and kind of shove Jerry out of the way.
So you step aside through Jerry and you rush out here and you immediately hit the fresh wax, and you make your dexterity check.
Okay. So I gotta roll for this, right?
Yeah, against a 12.
I got 17.
Okay, so you take one slippery step and then you hit the runner and you keep on moving, and the door is still open. You go straight out the door onto the steps there.
All right.
Okay, and now it is the Goberling's turn. So
Gerblins.
you hear this horrible screeching, dissonant cry continue as the Goberlings enter stage left here. And you can hear them. So who's out there? It's just Cumberbund. Sorry, I'm never going to get that right. And Cumberbund, you see that one bold-looking goblin with an eye patch is seated at the front of the crew here.
Wait, are you saying he's kobold as well?
Did I say kobold?
No. You just said bold. I was making a dumb joke.
So there's this,
I was fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
there's this goofy-looking goblin with a eye patch over one eye, and he's out front, kind of strutting in front of the boat, and the other goblins are pooling with their long sticks. And I'm just going to give everybody entree into a trigger warning period here. So, anyways, this goblin with the eye patch, you can see as he gets closer. Let's go ahead and give you a perception check on this one. You won't be able to necessarily see it automatically this turn, but we'll give you a chance to. So, Mr. Cumberbund, roll a perception check.
Let's see. That's a 6.
6. Okay, you see that he's holding something, some curious object that he's paying a lot of attention to, and he's moving back and forth, and he's kind of screaming, and he's going, yeah, yeah. You still can't really hear what they're saying, but going, Grizz, and you can hear this name Grizz over and over again. Grizz, yeah, Grizz. And yeah, that's what you see. Okay, Stephanie, we're gonna go back to you now.
All right, I'm gonna set up my what do I
Sorry,
have?
I didn't hear you if you said something.
Yeah. So are they too far away for me to try to slingshot? It's the only sort of projectile weaponry I have.
Yeah, they're far away, but if you do a real crack shot, we're going to give you a disadvantage, but you could potentially hit the guy out front, the lead goblin. And
all right, I want to try for that.
All right. So what's your bonus to that, a ranged attack, like? Just with your slingshot, what does it say under, like, plus what?
Hold on.
And I've got your sheet too. I can pull it out.
No, I got it. It just doesn't.
It's a +2. You got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay, so you're going to roll at a +2, but you're going to roll at disadvantage. So of these 2 dice, I'm going to take the worst roll, and the worst roll is a 2. So you only shoot a 4. So you shoot out a thing, and it bounces off that column of wood there.
Right.
Out of range. And we are going to move on to Jerry's turn. I think it's Jerry's turn. Orders change.
Jerry is going to follow Dr. Cumberbund out front, and I'm gonna, even though I'm aware of how slippery the floor is now, I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'm not going to take my time on that. I'm gonna follow him at full speed.
Okay, you bolt out the door. Make your check there.
I got a 5.
Sorry, I had to run take a whiz. So you run out that door and you just like immediately lose your feet and you slip, and as you slide, you bunch this red carpet all the way up to the door, and you kind of hit in a mess at the door, and so you've effectively taken out a section of carpet here, and it's kind of all bunched up. It could be laid back out if you did some chores, and we're going to say that you take a D4 subdual there from that fall. And so call that 3 subdual damage. As you slip inside into the door, and there's this bunched up carpet runner in front of you now.
Did you say B?
Actually, the door was open, so we're going to say you just shoot right out the door, actually. And you kind of have this bunched up red runner in front of you, and give Cumberbund a dexterity check to not get basically clotheslined or whatever you say.
Natural 20, son. 24.
Oh, so you sensing hearing this like high-pitched squeak behind you, you jump, and Jerry shoots right underneath you, and the carpet kind of unrolls, and now there's this red carpet kind of on the steps, but Jerry arrives
Welcome
in a bundle here. As the here we go. Okay. And now it is Langdon's turn, is that right?
Yeah, I am. That is right. I am ready. How far away would you say their boat is in the water from me?
It's definitely within your range to hit. It's kind of obscured by the boat and this column, but as they get a little nearer here, you might have a clear shot. I'm going to say that you're shooting at disadvantage from your current point, but you could hit them.
Okay, I'm going to try to shoot one off at them then.
Okay.
Shoot an arrow at, ideally Grizz is where I'm aiming. Well, actually, no, I want to shoot, I'm going to aim for one of the lesserlings, the one right behind him.
Oh, shit. Jesus.
So I got a Oh, nice. A 21 was my lowest.
21 was your lowest. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 17.
You're gonna hit the guy behind the goblin out front here. And what's your
Yeah.
Can
Do
you
it. Oh, max damage at a 14.
Whoa.
Okay, so you fire deftly, and an arrow whizzes past in front of the boat here.
Oh wait. I'm sorry, Woody. I messed up on the math on that one. It's a 12 rather. My bad.
12 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So it flies
Hey,
past.
I've got a question.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Does Jeff being, or does Langdon being behind cover give him advantage, or does it just give the goblins disadvantage?
It gives the goblins disadvantage. That's my understanding.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It's not going to be easier for him to hit because he's behind cover, but.
Didn't you just say you rolled 2 dice, Jeff?
Yeah, I rolled for disadvantage because there's the mast between me and the mast and those 2 barrier wall things, the pillars.
Gotcha. I just understood that, but I just wanted to clarify that rule.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So
That's
I rolled 2 and took the lowest because I got disadvantaged just because of how much shit was in my way.
That makes sense. Yep.
All right,
Cool.
Awesome.
So 12 damage though.
So you fire this thing, and Cumberbund and Jerry see an arrow whiz past and bury itself in the neck of this goblin right behind the goblin out front, and he falls over, and boom, 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 bubbles come up from the water. And there's a little pause, and all the goblins then immediately kind of spring up in the air, and they all kind of shout, "Ah! Grizz, Grizz, Grizz!" And here, now there's, as they come in, they're kind of pull up right to the red carpet that you've laid for them, and there's you can hear their chants fully now as they come into form, and it pains your ears to hear it, but they start chanting, "Skullfucker Grizz, Skullfucker Grizz!" And, anyways, they start to unload from the boat here, and you see the nearest goblin with the patch over his eye, and he looks up just like wildly at Jerry, and he lifts a vial to his lips, a little potion thing, and he drinks it down, and then he like screams and like smashes the glass at his feet, and then he says, "Skullfucker Grizz, Skullfucker Grizz, he'll fuck up your skull and he'll fill it with jizz." And he also squirts you, and he takes a stab at you. And you can tell he's in some kind of a, unnatural fury. But I don't think he hits you. And the other goblins start to unload from the boat too, and they're chanting, "Skullfucker Grizz, Skullfucker Grizz, I'd fuck your skull if my dick was like his." And they're unloading, and it is now whose turn is it? Stephanie's turn.
Is there a way that I can get around the 2 people that are, if I were to go out the front door, I'm being blocked by 2 people, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to navigate around them. You could also pop out the window easily enough if you wanted to. And from here, you've got a pretty good vantage.
All right. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna try to slingshot him again at this point.
Okay. So I'm rolling for you, yeah?
Yeah.
And which goblin are you trying to hit?
The one right in the front there. The one who drank the potion.
Okay. So you fire off a shot, and it's a total of 2. So it's a 4. You fire, but you widely miss.
God damn it, Stephanie.
All the goblins laugh, and they... And then the lead goblin, you can see him prancing up, and again, you see that he's got this eye patch over one eye. And he is just a fairy. And he says, "Skullfucker Grizz, Skullfucker Grizz. He'll fuck up your brains and fill them with jizz. Skullfucker Grizz is bigger than me. his big green dick is the last thing you'll see. And he keeps on marching. They march off of this boat and they start throwing spears and shooting arrows at the two guys here on the docks. Okay. And so I'm going to take 3 attacks on Jerry here out front. Natural 20 on one of those, and a 16. Does a 16 hit you?
16 meets my armor class.
Okay, so that's going to hit, and we got 1 critical attack as well. So this guy out front who's looking all crazy, he brings up his spear and he jets it at you, and he got a critical for 8 damage. And then another one's shooting an arrow at you and hits for 3 damage.
Okay.
And it is now. Oh yeah, and then we're going to have also 3 hits or 3 attacks on. Well, 2 attacks on Cumberbund. And does a 14 hit you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so total of 4 damage as 2 little arrows shoot at you, Mr. Cumberbund. And the goblins continue to screech at you. Skull fucking Chris! Skull fucking Chris! I'd fuck your skull too if my dick was like his! Okay. It's your turn, Cumberbund.
As a free action, can I tell Cumberbund to get to the gun and I'll hold them off as long as I can?
Okay. So I'm going to use my rogue ability, cunning action, to get a bonus action this turn, which I will use to, quote, dash.
Oh, to dab on these goblins.
Dash and to dab.
Okay, where are you dashing for?
I'm dashing towards the to the giant wand.
Okay, so you run across here and you make it to the wand. You crack open the chamber and you see that it's got a 3 chamber, like kind of revolving. What do you call that? Chamber. It's got a 3-chambered chamber, and it's full of somnium. 3 charges currently there. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
My computer's telling me my internet connection is unstable. Can you guys?
Yeah. Kind of choppy.
Yeah, in and out.
Okay.
So it's loaded?
It's loaded and it's locked and loaded.
All right.
And now we go to.
Wait a minute.
That's your action for the turn to get there. And
Isn't it my turn?
Or I guess you did another action. Is that right?
I did like a free action thing.
Okay.
My cunning action.
Well, I'll trust you on it. If you got another action, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just do whatever I can to haul it back up towards the door.
Okay, it's heavy, so to pull it back, it's going to take some effort. So we'll say that you're going to roll against a strength check of a 12, and you're going to have 4 effort to get it back up the stairs. And we'll count, your effort towards the progress as we go.
Okay. All right, I'm rolling my strength here. All right, I got a 7 on my strength check there.
Okay, so you pull it, and you manage to pull it. You kind of get it in place in front of you, and you're pushing it behind it.
Okay.
And do you have any more action?
I guess not.
Okie dokie. I didn't know what your bonus action was. I don't know that, but.
Yeah, it just gives me 1 extra action per turn to either hide, dash, or disengage. Is what
okay. Cool. Okay. Whose turn is it?
I think it's mine.
Okay. Jerry. What's the word, Jerry?
Okay, so I am going to hold on a second. Let me.
I've got another angle if you need it.
I am going to use my heavy pick on the lead guy there.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. And you can tell he's like raging out on his nasty.
Okay. I'm going to also use I'm going to use my combat expertise.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I can't find the description on
Can we jump back to you after we do Langdon?
that. Sure.
Okay. Langdon, your turn.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at Skullfucker Grizz, right in, aiming for his eye patch. See if I can skullfuck him right back.
Okay.
So load up
You're
another.
talking about the lead goblin there.
The lead goblin, yeah, that's who I imagine is Skullfucker Grizz, considering he both likes to skullfuck and get his skull fucked. Sounds like. 11.
Okay, miss.
Damn. All right.
And we go back to Jerry.
Okay, so I am using combat expertise to take a -2 penalty on my attack and get a +2 to armor class.
Okay.
And then I am going to attack the leader with my heavy pick, two-handed.
Okay.
And that is a 20 total, not natural.
Okay. 20 does hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Seven.
7 damage. Okay. So you give him a good a swipe with your pick, and you bash him, and he squirts a little blood, and he kind of screams, but it's not entirely a scream of despair. It's kind of a masochistic, like, ah, ooh, feisty. And you can see now that clearly that what he was doing before on the boat is he was playing with his genitals out at the front of the raft there, and he still is hanging out and kind of swaying with his little goblin willy there. And the goblins are going to keep marching up. And
Did
that
you say his wily quick? His wily?
his willy, his wheelie.
His wily quick right?
He's got his little goblin pee out because he was playing with it at the front of the boat before. And he is going to, you can see the veins just out in his arms. He looks all juiced up, and it's like his little goblin penis is all shriveled up. And he rushes forward, and he's just going to attempt to pull on your shirt and pull you off into the water. And let's just see if he can even get a touch attack on you here. Okay. How should we handle that? To say, so a touch attack would be just like minus your dexterity with any armor you have. Does that sound right to you guys?
No, touch attack would be with your dexterity and no armor.
With dexterity and no armor. Okay. So what's your armor class in that case?
Is it me, Woody?
Yeah.
Okay. I think my combat expertise still applies to that. The dodge bonus.
Okay.
So total mine is 14.
Total minus 14. I don't know.
No, mine is, so it's 14.
Okay, well that's a me to beat it then. So he grabs you, and you can tell he's like much stronger than you would have thought he was. And he is going to. He's got you now, and he's going to make an opposed strength check to toss you into the water there. And so we'll roll opposed strength now. He's got a 14.
I rolled an 11.
So he grabs you by your breeches, and he basically swings you and dumps you into the water in front of the barge there. You don't take any damage. And after he does that, he marches up here, and his goblins follow behind him. Okay, I think it's probably Langdon's turn.
I think it's
Stephanie.
Stephanie's turn.
Stephanie's
Yeah.
turn. Okay, thank you. Stephanie, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to take out City Skinner, my knife.
Sorry to
Can I
interrupt
do
you.
that?
Just, I want you to make a quick perception check, just a wisdom-based check.
Oh, man. That's not going to go well for Stephanie.
I get some rolling for you, so I just do. Okay, good enough. You all of a sudden you have a flash of inspiration, and you think to yourself, "That's a bit on the nose, Baron," and you think that there might be something hidden behind this painting right nearby you.
Oh, God damn it, Art. All right. I'm gonna check behind the painting.
Okay. In what fashion? You just gonna rip it off the wall or? Cut
Yeah,
through?
I want to brute force it because I was doing this earlier and I'm frustrated by it. So I'm gonna just rip it off the wall.
So you peel this thing off and you falls down and you see behind it is a small little alcove cut into the wall, and there are 3 familiar-looking glass bottles sitting there in the alcove. And there's one missing. Looks like one's been taken from the stash, but this is a little stash of nasty.
Okay. Can I pick them up and keep them with me?
You got them. They are with you, and because you are previously a person who has indulged in nasty, it's actually going to take a will save for you not to just down one right now. So, having the low wisdom that you do, you're going to roll against 12, and if you do not succeed that roll, then you are going to involuntarily drink one of these nasty bottles.
That sounds about right. Let's do it.
And you make the save. You don't have to drink it. So, good on you.
All right. Good for Stephanie. I'm gonna keep it. Is that my turn, or can I still fight goblins?
No, you. That was a minor action. You still got an attack action here.
Okay. I want to. The door's still open, right? And they're like right by the door. So I want to take City Skinner out and just charge through the door using the lubrication of the floor because there's no carpet there anymore, and just go right at the lead guy with the sword in one hand.
Okay, so since you had those actions, we'll say you can do a 5-foot step to the door, and you'll be there, for anybody that arrives.
Oh man! All right, I just want to slide through it.
That City Skinner out there.
All right, perfect.
It's Jerry's turn, I believe.
I think it's Cumberbund's turn actually before mine.
Cumberbund's turn there by the docks. Sorry, guys, help me with the order here.
All right. So seeing that there's no more Jerry, I'm gonna go ahead and aim the cannon and aim for Grizz, the apparent Grizz.
Okay. So yeah, make an attack with whatever your ranged attack bonus is.
All right. Cool. That's Dex, right? +3.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, you hit. So roll 2d6 damage. And I'm going to
2d6.
All these goblins nearby are also. We'll say those 4 on the top are. We'll do. He's the main hit, and then we'll do a residual d6 for all those ones. So.
Okay. So I rolled my initial 2d6. I got a 4.
4. Okay.
And then 1 more d6.
And then just roll 1 more, and we'll apply that damage across the board to those 3 behind him.
That one was a 2.
A 2. Okay, so there's a big explosion, and these goblins are kind of knocked back on their heels. Ah! They scream, and you see that this goblin up front, he got hit right there, and it his one arm is down at his side, kind of hanging limply, and he's got a big black char. He's kind of smoking, and he's screaming. "Ah!" And but he's still up. And you would have thought that he would be knocked by now, but anyways. So mark 1 somnium off of that out of the chamber there.
Okay, so that was okay, so there was 3 in the cannon.
Yeah, so there's 2 more left in there.
Okay, cool.
And now whose turn is it?
I think it's Langdon.
Yeah.
Langdon.
Cool. From this angle, no, I fucking can't.
You got a clear shot.
Of Grizz, do you think? Of the lead guy who threw?
No, not of him, but of all of like these 3 goblins here. Let me get a better view here.
Sure. I'll just pick off whoever I can. I guess whoever's closest to me.
Okay.
This guy with the little red mohawk. It looks like.
Okay, yeah.
Is that what I'm seeing?
He's got a little red cap on, yeah.
Okay, red cap. Got it.
All right, so go ahead and make an attack.
I'm gonna try to make his cap even more red by putting it straight in his skull.
All right.
Does a 14 hit?
14 hits. That's his armor class.
Nice. Cool. Then 11 points of damage on that one.
Okay, he's obliterated. You down him. He stumps over. He goes down.
Bloody red caps.
And yes, okay, so Langdon, and then who's next?
It would be Jerry's turn.
Jerry. Okay, Jerry.
Okay, so now that I have taken cover from the cannon, I'm going to. Am I in the water or am I on the?
You're in the water.
Okay, well, I'm going to. Can I grab onto the carpet that's rolled out?
Yes, the end of it is like trailing in the water there, and there's that one goblin still on the carpet.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it and try to pull myself up, and maybe even violently tug the carpet, so I might like trip him up.
Okay, yeah, you easily grab the carpet, so just make an attack roll, and we'll say, well, it'd be easier than that. I'm just going to have you roll against failure to do this, so just roll a strength check and tell me your result here.
With strength, I got a 13.
Okay, so you give this thing a yank, and you pull the carpet right out from under this goblin, and he kind of tumbles backward, and he falls basically right towards you. I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity on him right now.
Okay.
And take advantage on that attack as well.
All right. That is a 17.
All right, so you roll your damage.
I got a, what is that? 6.
Okay, so you smash this goblin's head in with your pickaxe with a gratifying there's a big smush, and he's down. I believe that's 2 goblins down. And 3 goblins down. And now we go back to the goblins, and they're charging in the door, and Stephanie, since you're there kind of shored up in the door there, we're going to let you attack this first goblin as he heads right towards you.
All right. I don't understand how attacking works yet.
Okay, so you're just going to roll, and in this case, I'm going to roll a 20-sided dice.
Okay.
And, this represents your effort, and then your bonuses represent kind of your natural proclivities, like to affect the probability of it. So you have a +4 bonus with your City Skinner, and you do extra damage if you're fighting with one hand because of your dual style.
Which I specified.
Yes, you did. So I'm going to roll for you against this guy. I'm going to give you advantage because you're up higher than he is, and you were standing there in the door. And so, unfortunately, he rolled low. So as he comes at you, you miss him. And He runs right past you, kind of through your legs, and as he hits the wax, he's going to roll to see if he can stay upright. And he does. So he just like shoots right past you with a squeak and goes right into the kitchen and disappears. Okay. And now these two other goblins come up here, and they're in the doorway there. But Stephanie, it is your turn now.
Okay, I'm gonna follow the goblin who went into the kitchen.
Okay. And how far are you going to move? You going to take the risk?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the risk.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dexterity check. And by that, I mean I'll roll it. What's your dexterity? +2?
Yes.
Critical failure. So
God damn it.
so you start running, and you totally go into a face-first dive. You slide through the door there, and you drop the city scanner. You drop the city scanner by the portrait that you mutilated before.
Punched. Yep.
And you skip through here, and you bowl over this lead goblin, and he tumbles, and you guys are just in a heap together on the floor of the kitchen there. And that is where we'll leave you for the next turn. Now it is Langdon's turn.
Can I make a perception check to see if I've heard all that ruckus that just went on in there?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
12.
You did. You heard some scream, this big crunch, 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 and this kind of a bowling alley sounds going on. You know.
I'm gonna draw my rapier, and can I rush over through the door and rush over and open the door.
Yes, you rush over and open the door, and that's your move action. So what's
when
your
actually, could I? I just want to stand over the lead goblin and can I make an attack on him, or is drawing my sword and running over and running above him?
Oh, yeah, you can make an attack on him. He's prone.
Cool.
They're there in a pile, and he's kind of in
cool. I'm gonna try to take that strike since the opportunity fits me. I got a 14.
Okay, that matches. You hit it.
Sweet. 7 points of damage.
All right, so you hold your sword out right in front of the goblin's neck, and right before you cut his throat, he looks up at you, and in a moment you see pain and ecstasy and fear, and he says his last words. He says, "Grizz is gonna fuck you up," and then you cut his throat, and he bleeds out.
Ooh.
And how's everybody doing on time tonight?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I've still got time, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's keep playing then. So Langdon, nice job. You killed whoever this guy was.
Was that the dude with the eye patch?
Yes, it was.
Oh, fuck me.
Hey, that wasn't great.
Hey, wait a minute.
And now it is Jerry's turn. Jerry.
Wait, it's
Or Langdon's turn, rather. Langdon.
Nope.
Okay. Where am I?
Curmudgeon's turn.
Cumberbund, that's what I meant. Sorry.
okay.
The elf and the half elf. Too easily
Cumberbund,
confused.
take a perception check. You don't even need a perception check. It gets tedious. You hear noise behind you, and you see that there are some more goblins amassing on this wall to the lock. They're kind of climbing over the top.
Okay.
Good God. Good gob.
Good job.
Grizz!
All right. Cool. I'm gonna wheel the cannon around to face them and take a shot over there.
All right, you wheel this little gun. It's easy enough. It's like it would be the equivalent of like a really oversized rifle, not really a cannon, but just like a big like brass gun.
Okay.
Wand. And yeah, you can clear a shot. Go ahead.
Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. Okay, this is going to be exciting. Roll again to confirm for me. It's going to be a confirmed critical, but roll to confirm more dramatic results.
That's a 20 with my bonus.
Okay, so you fire this little cannon, and it fires right under the goblin's feet, and it hits some resonant spot in this gate, and they kind of get knocked off their balance. They scramble to remain on top of the lock, but you can see all of a sudden there's a high-pitched sound and like a kind of a whiz, and you can see water start to shoot out of the middle of this lock, and in some other spots there are cracks beginning to form. And you got a move action if you want it, or another action.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to. I'm just gonna turn tail. I'm gonna run out of the way. I'm pretty positive that thing's gonna blow.
Okay. So yeah, you.
I'm running for the door.
All right.
Can I see the door? I can't see over there.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Cool. Yeah.
Does he get any damage for that?
Is he getting any damage?
No, like does he get to roll damage at all for that?
It'll resolve.
Okay.
Yeah, the damage has been he's had a major critical, and he's going to burst the dam. He's getting a little bit of time before he's going to take out all those goblins effectively in one.
I'm going to tell Jerry, let's take the fight inside. That thing's going to blow.
Okay, Jerry, with your alert, I'm going to give you an action now.
Okay, I'm gonna bolt up the stairs. Have I already basically gotten myself up out of the water for the most part?
Yeah, you can easily pull yourself up out of the water and get up to the stairs there.
Okay.
When do you need that? And you can take another move action if you want.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna continue on inside and get ready to close the door behind Cumberbund.
Okay. And as you go up the stairs, you notice that Simon, there's just a blood pool in the boat where Simon once was. He's not there anymore. And you jump inside?
Yep.
Okay, you jump inside, and there are two goblins right there in front of you when you get there. And as with that, all of a sudden there's a great cracking sound, and the locks burst loose. And then a great wave of water rushes through here and just starts to like roll through everything. These goblins all get kind of tumulted underwater, and the locks blast open, and a big wave of rubble starts to tear through this little scene as water spills out. Okay.
Shit.
And so 4 more goblins down.
Good shot.
And they killed 4 goblins. Okay. It is now Stephanie's turn.
All right, I'm gonna stand up and brush myself off and say to Langdon, I had that, and I need to go get City Skinner. So I'm gonna move to City Skinner.
Yeah, so you rush out the door there, and you can snatch up your knife. It's resting in the empty doorway. And as you pick it up, you see there are 2 goblins between you and Jerry. And you can also see Langdon at the precipice of the doorway about to dive inside.
Okay, can I call out, or have I already used my...
Yeah, you can call out.
All right. There's goblins right behind the door! Or whatever.
Okay. And all you did was stand up and grab your knife. I think you got an attack action if you want it.
Oh, I really do, but I don't want to fail again. All right, let's try this.
Let's do it. Okay. So you whip out City Skinner, this big, nasty knife, and you take a slash at this nearby goblin, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay, and I'm going to suggest, and I'm just going to kind of override for DM's discretion here, we're going to use Action Surge, which is a bonus action once per day. So once per day, you have this ability to basically take another action during your turn.
Oh yeah, I saw that, but it was cut off on my sheet, so it just said once per D, and I didn't
Okay.
didn't know what to do with that.
That's what it says for future reference. So we're going to take 2 quick slashes with the city scanner. And Jesus Christ, he's unbelievable. I want to like show you these rolls here if I can. I don't know if you can see. That's a 2 and a 1.
Oh my
I got to shoot the dice here, so that's going to be a critical fail. You take a big slash, and once again, it goes flying out of your hand and embeds itself in the door right next to Gary.
Hey.
Damn. Bad dice today. Bad dice. And so,
That's not the ticket.
Okay, you should get your own pair. Your own.
Oh yeah, apparently.
Do not trust these anymore.
I would have sent you. I have a bunch of dice. I could have sent you.
No, you know what? I have some here, and I meant to pull them out, but we just moved, and I don't know which box they're in. But I'll find them before next week.
So these goblins are just cracking up at that, and then they're sighing with laughter, the tears in their eyes. And then you see that they both reach into their belts. They pull out bottles of nasty. They down in one, and smash them on the ground after they're finished. And you can see they kind of they shake it out, and they get all juiced up. And one of them's going to attack you, Jerry, and one of them's going to attack you, Stephanie. And yeah, I'm going to say because you were caught off guard here and you don't have your main weapon, I'm going to give you disadvantage on this guy attacks you. And so that's going to be 1 hit and 8 damage as this guy, with surprising strength, smashes you with a little club. So 8 damage for you, Stephanie.
Right.
Probably at full hit points. So.
Yep.
Okay, and then the other one's going to attack Jerry, and I think that hits. That's a 20. And,
Well, what?
No.
7 damage. Jerry.
Oh, what did he roll?
The total was 20.
Oh, okay.
And they're all juiced up, and yeah, they look reinvigorated. So now it is Cumberbund? Does that sound right to you guys?
Yeah, was basically going up the stairs. Was that like my full turn?
I don't remember what.
Well, it was like my turn was going on, and then I said I'm gonna call to Jerry, and then you're like,
Oh, yeah. That was just kind of a bonus action, so let's give you a turn, Jerry. Yeah, thanks for helping me keep track of this, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do. I'm going to use my power attack and attack the goblin right in front of me with the pickaxe. Do me and Stephanie have advantage because we're flanking them?
You would, but Stephanie's unarmed. It's unclear to me how much those is.
Okay.
If she pulls out her slingshot, what do you think, Jeff? Be my impartial rule person here.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
So we'll say that she can pull out her slingshot, and you guys can pull flank here, and you can take advantage.
Okay, so for flanking, are you just doing the regular advantage, or is it regular flanking, like +2?
Advantage.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do my full power attack on that goblin then, and I got it on one of my rolls. I got a natural one. The other I got a 7, which means I got 10 total.
Yes. Any other action?
No.
Okie dokie. Then we move to Cumberbund outside.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Cumberbund, there is a tempest forming behind you, a big wave, and all this stuff is getting tossed around, bags of grain. The swell is causing the barge to pitch towards you. You better dive inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive inside and slam the door behind me.
Okay, and I'm going to give, because the cannon was right behind you and it's churning and everything, I'm going to do a percentile check to say that the cannon bounces in there with you. Strange, but it's a narrative element, so we're going to go with it. And I'm going to say a 10% chance that happens. So if I roll basically if I roll a 1 on a 10-sided die. Nope, okay, cannon gets washed away. So you close the door behind you, and you're jammed in here with Jerry. Okay. Right. And you got another action if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna take am I within reach? I can make an attack with my rapier on.
Oh yeah, you can take a little stabby at that guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna lunge at that that far goblin there, farther from the camera. That's a natural 1 right there.
Okay. So we're gonna say that's a critical fail. And we're going to say that you dodge, and he, with a strong little goblin hand, rips up and he smacks your rapier out of your hand. And it goes sliding along the freshly waxed floor and doesn't stop until it goes under the table nearby.
All right.
Okay. And Stephanie, it's your turn.
Oh, wait, no. I think I'm...
Langdon.
I haven't gone yet this round. I'm gonna go open up the door to the hallway, but stand on this side, and and I guess I'll shoot my no, I already have my rapier drawn. I don't want to have to pull out my bow again. So I'll just kind of make some taunts to have the way, but I don't want to join into that fray. There's too much shit going on.
You gonna step outside? Or you're just like in the doorway?
I'm on the kitchen side of the doorway, flinging taunts at the goblins and readying my weapon for when they, in my mind, they would definitely come to fight me.
Okay.
When they eventually just come over my way.
And Stephanie, we'll put it back at your turn then.
All right. I attribute my recent series of failures to the fact that I don't have any nasty, and as a result, I want to drink one of them.
All right. As you sit there with your empty hand, now holding your slingshot, I guess, a little voice inside you says, "Go on, Stephanie, take a drink." And you bring the nasty up at your lips. What's your favorite drink, Stephanie?
Stephanie wasn't prepared for that.
Besides nasty, what do you think your character would like to drink? Something from childhood.
I think she values fresh squeezed grapefruit juice.
Ooh, okay. So you bring back and cold, just like bursting with tartness and sweetness and a little bit of tang. It tastes like you're just like the best grapefruit juice you ever had as it goes down your lips. And that familiar feeling rumbles inside your belly. And Stephanie, you're going to get D10 temporary hit points. So now you have 4 extra hit points. You can just like tack on.
All right.
As if you had healed 4. And so the effects of the nasty are going to last for 1d6 rounds. In this case, 3 rounds. So for the next 3 rounds, you're going to have a +4 temporary strength bonus, and you're going to have an additional action every turn. So you automatically have 2 actions. Each turn, you're going to make a will save against a DC 12, or else something interesting will happen. So why don't you go ahead and make that will save right now.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I make it for you. Okay, so you succeed your will save, and the little voice inside you says, "Go on, get him, Stephanie." Whatever you want. It's your turn.
All right, I wanna try to poke out one of the goblin's eyes with my increased strength hand.
Okay. Go for it. We'll just have just a touch attack. Basically, we'll just call it a straight roll, given the penalties you would incur. So just give me a straight roll. Take a crooked finger and poke this guy. Oh Jesus! You're not gonna believe it, but it's a natural 1. So you reach out to to throttle this goblin, but instead you just end up sliding, and everybody slides in this big tumble, and just basically everybody goes down in a big heap here. It's a big clusterfuck, basically. And you have another action, Stephanie.
All right. Can I try to on my way down? Can I try to sweep a leg of a goblin?
Oh, they're all gonna get bowled over. Basically,
okay.
That happens. In other words, so it all.
Okay.
And then you are within reach of City Skinner now. So.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say let's grab City Skinner back. Let's get her back where she belongs.
Okay, so you reach up. You're still on the ground. You grab City Skinner, and if you just want to take an attack right away, we'll give you an attack at the nearest goblin.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
And that is a definite hit. And so you're going to roll 2d4 for your damage, +1. And that's full. And, oh my god, full. Okay, we're making up for it a little bit. So that's 8 +1, and then plus an additional 2 because you're fighting one-handed. So you just totally eviscerated. You put this knife in the goblin's belly and just bring it all the way up his chin. And just like everything inside of him is now outside of him, and he is dead. So
all right. And then I want to say, how's that for skull fucking?
Okay.
I would like.
And then the remaining goblin laughs so loudly at that. He thinks that's really funny.
Yeah, I thought he might.
Jerry, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to let's see. I guess I'm going to try and attempt to restrain the last goblin. Maybe grapple with him, just so we can question him later.
Okay. Yeah. So in this mess, I'm just gonna say you can get to him. So just make an opposed strength check with him.
And I got a 13.
Okay, so you grapple with this goblin, but he's all juiced up on nasty, and he's stronger than you are right now, and he actually grabs you in a grapple here, and he's got you pinned down now. He's on top of you.
Shit.
Okay, and now it is this goblin's turn, and he is going to bring both his hands over his head, and he's just going to try to smash you in the face with his bow. Or he's grappling you, I guess. You have to let go of the grapple. So he's just going to strangle you. He's going to try to strangle you. How do you think I should handle that, Jeff?
I'd probably unless it's like he already has like a one-handed weapon, then like a stabbing weapon or something that's one-handed. Probably be like a strangle or something. Bashing with a bow like seems kind of unwieldy for a grapple.
He's just going to try to strangle him. What do you think I should do for that?
I don't know.
He's already grappling. They're already like grappling. He's got not a successful.
I guess just like I would say probably just like an attack, like a touch attack roll, since he's already in the grasp.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say you can handle it however you want, but usually on a grapple, since I initiated the grapples and I lost the opposed strength check, typically that just means I failed to get him in a grapple, so he would have to make a strength check to restrain me. But
okay. We'll go for that. Just roll opposed strength to this guy. He got a 14.
And I got a 12.
Okay, so now he has got his hands on you and will in the future attempt to strangle you. And so we will move to Langdon.
Oh wait, no, it's
Cumberbund.
Yeah, I wrote it down. So
thank you. I wrote it down too. I just wrote it down wrong because I keep on thinking of you as Langdon for some reason. Anyways,
Langdon is definitely a much better name than what I have. Anyway,
Mine's from The Simpsons, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can come up with where that's from. All right, so I'm gonna. Let's see. I don't have my rapier anymore, so I'm going to attempt to crawl over in this mess of bodies and get a shot with my crossbow at this last goblin here.
Okay. So he's there with his knees and hands around the neck of Jerry.
All right,
So
I got 13 on my attack there.
Okay, you shoot, but the crossbow kind of glances off of him. It doesn't connect.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make my move action standing up, and I'm gonna see if I can pull Stephanie to her feet.
You do. You pull Stephanie to her feet. She's
All right.
Okay, and now Stephanie's turn. Am I right?
No, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm set. Okay. Langdon.
All right. I'm gonna go over to the other side of the goblin, so kind of flanking with Stephanie.
Okay. You're gonna have to
And
roll.
I'm gonna just a balance check. Yeah.
Actually, you don't have to travel far to get on the red carpet there if you want. You could just kind of.
Let me see here. Yeah, it's gonna be. I would go from like the door to the carpet, and then take like a 5-foot step to be on the other side of the goblin.
Like right there.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, then we are going to
And
do let's make a dexterity check there.
Dexterity check. Okay, cool.
Let's all just grab a limb and just rip him in half.
I got a 15.
Okay, so you're fine. You get on the other side of Stephanie. You can take advantage as you attack. The
Okay. I want to try to grapple him and grab him, pick him up.
Okay.
Nope, do not. I got a 5.
Okay, so you're pulling at him, but he's strong. He's like a little piece of iron. He doesn't even move. He's there just starting to strangle Jerry. And so he is now going to take some suffocating damage or some strangulation damage on Jerry. I wish I knew some rules for this, but I'm just going to have to make them up on the spot here. So I'm just going to let him take a d6 of strangulation damage here on Jerry. Plus his strength modifier right now is a 4. And so he starts really crushing Jerry's windpipe for 9 damage.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Oh jeez, that's not the ticket.
That's not the ticket.
Okay. Stephanie, it's your turn.
No.
All right. I guess I'm gonna take a stab at the goblin that's still near us, right?
Yeah, okay.
The one that's choking out Jay.
Yeah.
You take advantage, and with your additional strength, you manage to stab this goblin in the back. And that's 1 and 5 and 8 damage as you stab this goblin right in the back, and he goes, "Wah!" And his back goes taut, and he goes limp on the end of your knife. Scared.
All right. I have a bonus action, right? Because I'm all nastied out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll a wisdom check for you. So that was your attack action. I'm gonna roll a wisdom check for you, and you fail. And all of a sudden, out of Stephanie's mouth, this is round 2 of the nasty. You hear, oh yeah, and you pull out another nasty, and you pork it. And you immediately try to feed it to Jerry on the ground there. So you attack and try to force feed Jerry some nasty. And I'm going to have opposed strength here to have you resist this, Jerry. Does that sound fair to everybody?
But would I necessarily even want to resist it?
I don't know. You have the option right now of not resisting.
Yeah, I mean, do I even know what it is she's pouring down my throat?
I don't think you do, no.
Okay, well, I probably wouldn't resist it then.
Okay, so you pour some nasty down your throat, and Jerry, you get 10 additional hit points. Yes, 10. I rolled full. And you have, for the next 5 rounds, you have +4 strength. You have an additional action.
Sweet.
And, yeah, so if you want to get up, you can get on up. And what was your favorite drink, Jerry?
That would probably be the Sam Geneser special.
And that's the shot of whiskey in the...
In a Hams.
So you take, as this is forced down you, it's kind of harsh, but you feel a very familiar sensation, and the Sam Geneser special goes straight into your belly, and it feels warm and good. You are refreshed. You stand up, you let out a satisfying belch, and you feel this strength course through you, and you hear a little voice inside your head say, "Oh, I'm here for you, baby." And I want you to make a will save, DC 12.
I got a 9.
You fail, and as you fail, you turn on your heels, and you with what have you got in your hands currently?
I guess if I got up on my feet, I would have picked my pickaxe back up. So.
Okay. You let out a big scream and say "Hoo-ah!" and you swing your pickaxe at Langdon. And 19. You roll an attack with a 19. Whatever your modifiers are there.
Okay. The pickaxe would be a +5.
Okay, well, you hit him then. Whatever your damage is, you swing at Langdon.
That is 6.
Okay, so you bash Langdon in the head with your pickaxe. Donk.
Fuck.
And whose turn is it now? And I got to keep track of these. So, Stephanie, you had it for... I think this next turn is your last turn on Nasty.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, and then you've got 4 more turns to go on the Nasty there. Okay. It is Jerry's turn. Jerry's all juiced up. Jerry?
So my. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is it? So it's still my turn because I still have another action.
Yeah. Was it already your turn? I guess because yeah, we'll say that you've got another action now. Yeah, that's right.
You just attacked Langdon.
Yeah.
Do I have myself like back in control now, where I can attack?
You're in control.
Okay. And there's still one goblin left, right?
No, the goblins are all the goblins are dead.
Oh, okay. Well then, like, we're not fighting anything, right?
No, but we still are in turn order here. We're in combat because our Nasty is running through here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to apologize to Langdon. I'm sorry for hitting you. Really what quite came over me, I never really felt this way before.
Is it me?
I'm just giving you guys a minute to dial.
Apologies certainly not accepted. What did you think taking some of that drink?
Oh, I thought it would come in handy for the rest of the combat we had with these goblins, but clearly the combat's over. May have overdone it a little bit on the Nasty.
Listen here, Duster. Your mind's better clear. I can promise you that. You don't want to end up like her. And I point my finger extremely judgmentally over at Stephanie.
I want to... Wait, can I have... Oh, wait. No, we're in combat. Never mind.
Maybe I should restrain myself. Do you have any rope?
I have... I might have some rope, and I've got some rope in my pack.
Okay, we're going to move to Cumberbund's turn.
I've got snare wire in my pack.
And
Cool.
Cumberbund, you hear something pounding on the door from the other side.
All right. Is there? Let me go to the window, and I'm gonna peek my head around.
Okay. You poke your head out the window. Let me change cameras here. Just a second.
Let me get a peek shot. Yeah.
So you see that two goblins have pulled themselves, two very waterlogged goblins, and pulled themselves out and brushed themselves off, and they're pounding on the door trying to get in here.
All right. Okay, John. All right.
And you're
All right,
here by
there's
the
two
window.
goblins on the other side of this door. All right, we're all a little lamped up here. You ready to fight? You want to bash something, Jerry? It's right outside that door. Fucking gesture to the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me.
You feel like bashing, Jerry?
Langdon, it's your turn.
I'm gonna peek my head out the window too, and Cumberbund, will you let me like look through and try to get a shot at one of these two guys?
Absolutely.
Cool. Do you think I'd be able to fire an arrow at them?
Yeah, we'll say that you can lean your head out the window and stick your bow out and fire a shot at him. And you're going to have a surprise on him here, so we'll give you advantage.
Sweet, nat 20.
Nat 20. That is your critical, so roll critical damage to the nearest goblin.
Okay, cool. It's gonna do a good number. So, it did 16 total.
Goblin goes down. This one.
And I look at Jerry and say, "Focus your mind, boy."
Okay, Stephanie, it is your turn.
All right, I want to position myself behind Langdon, looking out the window. Right? Is that where Langdon is?
All right. Keep crowded at this window, but yes.
Okay. I wanna shoot my slingshot at Langdon, but pretend like I'm aiming for the goblin.
Okay. And since it's your turn, we're going to roll your will save here for this last turn. And you succeed. Oh, go on, Stephanie. So you shoot a slingshot at Langdon.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm mad at him.
Unless you fail, you're going to hit him. So roll against a failure. I guess I do that for you. Sorry. You hit him, and you deal 4 damage to him.
All right, and I want to say, sorry about that. It's just my stupid attic brain.
We better be more careful, you
Well, I think I almost heard
rat
the
scum.
And you got another action.
Okay, I literally just want to do the same thing again.
Okay. Cold pace, reload. Yeah. Just let's go back and fire on him. And you hit him again.
Do I get any sort of like? Because I'm still wearing armor.
Yeah, but she's rolling really good on that one. That was a
Okay.
17 plus a 2, so unless a 19 is going to protect you.
No.
And she deals 3 more damage to you, Langdon. So she point blanks you with her slingshot.
Oops.
It is now Jerry's turn. Jerry.
All right, I'm going to swing open the door and say, "Here's Jerry."
All right. As you swing, you see that the final goblin has fled, and he is headed towards his little raft. There.
Can I try and can I catch up with him?
Yeah, you can probably catch up with him.
Okay, I'm gonna chase him down with the pickaxe,
Yeah, make an attack.
and I'm going to use my full power attack on him.
Roll a wisdom check there, Langdon.
Oh, me?
Sorry, Jerry. Roll a wisdom check, Jerry.
Okay, I got 18 total.
Okay, you're good. Oh, go on, Jerry.
All right, and then for the full power attack, I got a 21 total.
You hit. Roll some damage.
3 plus 5. 8 damage.
All right, so you bring your pickaxe down and skewer this goblin, and you hear a chip as your tip of your pickaxe hits the stone between his legs, and you brush him off, and his body floats towards the raft, and he's down. And for now, the coast is clear, but we still have nasty running through our veins, don't we? So I'm going to move to Cumberbund's turn.
All right. Did I notice this like slingshotting bullshit going on?
I don't know. Let's see if you had your head out the window. Let's do a perception check.
All right.
Say like an
It's a 15.
Yeah, you saw this go down.
All right.
Might have thought it was warranted, but you did see it go down.
Wait, what'd you say?
So you might have found it satisfying on some level that this episode got a little what's what, but you definitely saw what transpired. You don't know.
Cool. All right. I saw it. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see it.
And any other action you want to take, Cumberbund?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go out the door as well, and just get a look at Jerry on the berserker's path out there.
Okay. So you go out here, and I'm gonna rearrange a few things to reflect the scene.
What's the water level looking like? Is it gone back?
The water's gone back down to normal.
Okay.
And yeah, okay. That's what's up. And you see Jerry just smash the shit out of this goblin.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my rapier ready just in case I gotta fucking whack him with one.
Okay. Your rapier's still under the table inside, I think. Or did you at some point retrieve it?
All right, realizing such and grabbing for it, I'm gonna actually turn around and get ready to go back and get that shit.
Yeah, we'll say that instead of going outside, you went under the table and you grabbed your rapier. And you would have done that if you would have remembered. Now we are at Langdon's
That's
turn.
Langdon's turn.
I'm gonna.
Predicament here. These people are tripping out.
I'm gonna say I don't care what you do, just leave me out of it, and I'm gonna walk away and go in towards the kitchen and check out the body of that leader guy. I want to search it.
So you make your way, I'm going to assume, carefully towards the kitchen.
Very carefully. I know it's slick.
You'll get this turn, and we'll resolve the rest of the next turn. And Stephanie, it is your turn, and you are no longer under the influence of nasty. But as you feel yourself subside, you know that you've got 2 more bottles in your possession, and it is fucking tempting to take some more nasty. So you're going to roll against the DC 12 will save to not.
Wait, I have 2 more? Didn't I give one to Jerry?
Oh yeah, you gave one to Jerry. So you've got 1 more. 1 more nasty, and you're rolling to try not to drink it. Unless you just want to tell me, hey, fuck it, I'll drink it. Like, up to you.
No, I think we'll see. Let's see if she can hold out.
Stephanie, are you thirsty? Oh, and you are thirsty for some beer peaches. You rolled a 12, but with your -1 wisdom, that means that you are thirsty. Now, file of nasty, and you instantly feel strength. You get 5 temporary hit points, and yeah, it's your turn. You've got a bonus action, and we're going to roll again. And since you have failed, it is now harder to make this check. It is now DC 13, and you are going to roll against the will of the nasty.
All right.
You critically fail. So with that critical failure, swear to God, you are going to limit both your actions this turn to this nasty. And you feel this kind of big burp bellowing up inside you, and all of a sudden this voice erupts and says, "Ooh, I'm still thirsty. and you start running towards the kitchen, but you might slip as you run. You do. Okay. I'm first. And you run towards the kitchen, but you fall down.
You gotta get your own dice game.
You take 1 damage, so mark that off on your confusion.
All right.
You stand up, though, and reinvigorated, you march off again towards the kitchen, and you come inside with a wild look on your face. You look like you know where you're going, even though you don't really know where you're going. Something knows where you're going. So, with that, we move on to Jerry, and I need to see the duration. That's going to be 1 turn, so it's just that 1 turn. So, next turn.
I had 2 turns down on the nasty.
So then you still have 3. Is that right? It was a 5, right?
Yeah, this would be the 3rd out of 5.
Okay. So you got 2 more turns after this one.
Okay.
What's your move, Jerry?
Do you want me to roll a will first?
Yes, let's do that.
I got a 4.
Ooh, let's drop another one in the bucket. And you turn around and you go up here and you start rummaging through the clothes of the goblin and you pull forth another bottle of nasty. And yeah, that's all you do this turn for that action you lost. And now we go back to you. What's your action?
So I'm back in control then for this?
You're back in control and you're holding another bottle of nasty.
Okay. Can I smash the bottle of nasty?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm gonna break it and try and get a hold of myself.
Okay.
I smashed the bottle and then I even break down in tears a little bit since I just now remembered that I left Simon in the boat.
Aww.
The boat is floating nearby, but yeah, you don't know where Simon is or what happened.
I do recall there was just I don't know if he was already gone, but there was a puddle of blood in there. So I guess I'm gonna make my way towards the raft to search it.
Okay. So you make your way over to the raft. You find the harquebus on its side near the thing, and you'll have to swim out just a little bit to reach the raft as it starts to, it got displaced by the big wave that came through, so it's starting to kind of float out.
Okay, I'm gonna go after the boat and attempt to bring it back to the dock.
Okie dokie. So you jump in and you make your way to the boat, and now it is Cumberbund's turn. Mr. Cumberbund, you have your rapier in hand.
All right. Okay. I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to careful not to scratch the floors. It's more so about the floors rather than its slipperiness. I'll follow the carpet over and I'm going to follow whatever the hell's going on in the kitchen.
Okay. So you make your way over to the kitchen and inside you see they're all standing there. Let's give all 3 of you guys. You've got a dialogue. So take it.
All right, what the hell's going on in here? You all need to get a hold of yourselves. All right? You're seeming more like Sideshow Steve than Stephanie right now.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Do I find anything when I search the goblin?
When you search through the goblins, you find like his little crude weapons and stuff, and then you also find 2 somnium gems.
Nice.
And you find a 1 remaining bottle of nasty on the goblin.
Cool. I'm gonna pocket those gems, but I'm also gonna hold up that bottle of nasty and say, this is what's got you in your grips. You got to get a hold of yourself, woman. And I'm gonna smash the bottle of nasty on that table right there.
Okay. This is honestly an upsetting sight for you, Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm distraught. I'm screaming, no!
And as you smash it on the table, there's this big stain that kind of creeps, and it draws your eye to a large frame that's covered with another of these shrouds, kind of packed away in the corner back there. And so that's Langdon's turn. We're going to call it Stephanie's turn now. Stephanie, you are now free from the influence of Nasty for now.
Am I? I thought I just took another vial.
Yeah, but I only rolled for a turn, so it only lasts.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna try to I drank that. I want to try to scoop up that nasty.
Oh, okay. Let's say that in a successful dexterity check, you manage to suck up that puddle and you get juiced again.
Nice.
And so let's see. Let's just make that a 12 dexterity check. It's kind of a strange dexterity check. It's like a lips. You scoop it up and kind of. Junkies do what they got to do, and here we go. That is a 19. That is definitely going to suck up all that nasty. So you go on all fours, and in one desperate slurp, you slurp up a good amount of this nasty, the bitter taste of grapefruit juice, and this it wells up inside you. Go, oh, I'm back, baby. Come on, let's go. And you stand up, and we're going to roll a will save against 13 to see. So again, I rolled a 13, but with your -1, that is a failure. So the nasty overtakes you, and you say, "I'm out of here. I gotta go." And you you run and you dive through the open window there into the foyer, to the great room, and you land in a heap on the other side. And now it's yours.
Wait, it's my action still? Yeah? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you get one action, yeah.
Okay. I want to stand up, kind of mouth sorry through the window at the people behind me, and then I just want to let the nasty take me. I want to give it to the nasty this turn.
Okay. All of a sudden, your will is spent. You give in to what you're feeling, and your eyes roll back in your head, and all of a sudden you're no longer in the room of the Gladwell Manor. You're in a dark space, and you open your eyes, and it's just this miasma of color around you, and it's chaotic, and it's like it's a very sinister rainbow, and you're feeling all these confusing emotions, and there is a shadowy form standing next to you. It says, "Welcome back, Stephanie." And then we're going to move to Jerry's turn. And Jerry's out with the bolt.
Yeah, I guess I'm just. Did I already bring it into the dock?
So you're now on the boat.
Okay.
You can wrangle her in.
I'm gonna try and paddle it into up to the dock to tie it off.
Okay.
Oh, do I need to roll a will save against the?
Yes, you do. So go ahead and roll that.
You got a 5.
5 fails. Okay. So you do you have any kind of a lighter or anything like that on your person? Anything you could start a fire with?
I don't have nothing marked on my personal possessions.
You have some somnium, right?
No, I actually don't have any somnium.
Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, you coast things up there, and as you do, ooh, baby, the nasty kind of takes hold of you, and you jump off, and you write this harquebus, and you just crank this thing, and you blast a big hole into this wall nearby, and just and it kind of blasts through the window. It sends this table that Langdon had propped up flying, and basically you blast a hole right there in that wall, we'll say, with the harquebus. Boom, boom. And now it is Cumberbund's turn.
All right. I'm going to turn to Langdon and be like, what the fuck was that? I'm going to step out of the door behind me there, and I'm going to take a look at what the hell is happening to Stephanie here. And I want to take a perception check and see if I can tell what the fuck's going on with her.
Yeah, you rush outside, and you enter the Great Hall just in time to see Stephanie dash up the stairs.
Other miniature. You put Langdon out there.
Oh, sorry. I keep on getting you guys confused. Yeah, so you dash out, see Stephanie bounding up the stairs, up the manor stairs there.
All right. I'm going to say back to Langdon, like, she's going upstairs. Let's check it out. And I'm going to use let's see. I was going to use my cunning action to get an extra movement there as well.
How many times can you do that per day?
Well, it's once per turn.
Oh, wow. I have to inform myself about that just so I know how it works.
But, I mean, it's up to you, I guess, how far I can dash. You know what I mean? Like a dash.
You can dash if you stay on the steps here. You know, you're going to get slowed down by going on the carpet, but you can dash to the base of the stairs this turn.
I think a dash is a specific type of combat action. I'm pulling up the SRD right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let us know.
Actions in combat. When you dash, you gain an extra movement for the current turn. It equals your speed after applying any modifiers. With a speed of 30 feet, you can move up to 60 feet on your turn if you dash. Basically moving double.
You can do that every turn. I gotta read up on that just so I know what's going on, but I'm fine with it for now. So yeah, you can dash to the stairs there.
All right, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. And does that mean you get more action?
No, right?
Okay.
Because I already.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I just was checking. Okay, now it's Langdon's turn.
I'm gonna go. Fuck. I guess I'm gonna peek out that door to see what happened with the explosion.
Okay, so you move into the extraction chamber, the guest quarters, and you see there's a big hole in the wall, and it's kind of still has red smoke kind of dissipating in the air. And this table that you were previously kind of cloistered behind is, kind of in splinters at the ground.
Well, shit.
You can see clearly Jerry there with a wild look in his eyes with the cannon pointed directly at you.
I'm gonna jump behind the door again and slam it shut.
Okay. You go back and close the door.
And try to get as far away from it as possible.
All right, which way do you want to go? We'll
towards the that big barrel.
Okay, so you tuck back.
I'm ducking for cover, seeing a bunch of smoking shit, and Jerry with a crazed look in his eye and a gun. No way.
Jerry's smoking some shit.
Stephanie, it is your turn, and you are in this strange place, strange but familiar, and almost like someone from your past is there staring out at you, but it's this kind of hazy. It's hard to focus. You feel kind of disembodied, but it's your turn.
All right, I want to ask the figure, who are you?
Oh, Stephanie, you remember me? It's your old friend, Nasriel.
Nasriel, like Nas T?
Oh, yeah, that is my gift to all my children, Nas-T. I bring them a kaleidoscope of bliss and pain, because that's what I do, and that's who I am.
Well, where am I?
You with me now, Stephanie, and I got you. I'm riding you around the manor.
Where are we going?
We're going on a little trip so that you can know me better, and so that I can bring my gifts to the rest of your friends there.
All right, I'm just gonna like kind of fall silent and contemplate at this point.
Yeah, so you feel like you're like in a dream or like in a nightmare, and this slowly form materializes in front of you, and it's this wicked kind of classical demon. It's got red skin and purple veins and cloven feet and big like leathery wings, and yeah, it's terrifying. And with anything else?
No, I'm gonna scream at that.
All right. So scream, but back on the mortal realm, no one hears you scream. And Jerry, it is now your turn. I believe it's your last turn with the influence of NST.
Yeah, that's correct.
And go ahead and roll a wisdom save for me there.
I got a 20 on that one.
Okay, you managed to get a hold of yourself. There's one more round in the chamber there of the harquebus gun, and the wand.
Dude, there was only one shot left in it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was the last shot. So
Okay. I guess I'm going to, upon kind of coming to my senses, I'm going to drop the gun in shock and confusion.
Okay.
And I'm going to, if I haven't already tied off the boat, I'm going to do that. And,
you secure the boat.
And then I want to investigate the boat to see if there's any evidence of Simon or perhaps any evidence of what might have happened to him.
So you get in the boat there, and there's a little bit of water in the boat still from kind of the cresting surge that came through there. You find kind of a somewhat washed away pool of blood and a little what did Simon have? He had like a short sword or something. His sword is there.
Okay. No further evidence.
There's also a wet cigar, the magic cigar that he used to pull with.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put the cigar in my pocket.
Okay. So
And
yeah, that's his little ever-smoking cigar. Try that puppy out, and you should be good to go.
other than that, I guess I'm just going to pack up his weapon and the cannon, or the gun rather, on the boat.
Okay. So yeah, you whip the cannon over and the harquebus and neatly onto the boat there. The bow of the boat? The bow. Okay, and with that, we are going to do our closing round. So everybody's got a minute on the clock, starting with Cumberland. Go.
Okay, this is my closing statement kind of thing.
Yeah, let me get the camera on you there, bud. Closing thoughts and remarks, Mr. Cumberland.
Well, I'm always one for people drinking potions, but this shit is out of control almost immediately. I can see that what were once loyal companions immediately become completely unpredictable and entirely unreliable. I don't know. Also, a little bit worried about what the Baron is going to think, Baron Gladwell, about not just the holes in his wall, but the fact that it seems like these tweakers have punched and ripped almost every painting in this house.
Okay, is your soapbox, and we go. And Langdon, as a free action, I'll let you, as part of your dramatas here, you can unveil this painting if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to. That sounds cool.
How do you want to do it? Just tell me. It's like turned to the wall and.
Um, the painting's turned away from the wall, or is it covered in a sheet?
It's turned to the wall and covered in a sheet.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and I was fleeing from the what's it called? From the explosion of the gun. So I'm gonna lift up the sheet and hide under it and hide behind the painting.
Okay.
But I have low light vision, so I might still be able to see the painting.
So you do, and just for the sake of showing what's going on here, you creep behind the painting, and this is the image that you see. And at the bottom, there's a plaque that reads Baron Gladwell. And so you're there, kind of crouched behind this painting, with this very stern-looking depiction of a baron, kind of staring you down. And we give you your minute here. So,
Gods be damned. No, Stephanie be damned. I knew we never should have let her kind into this house. Look what it's wrought us. Ruined artwork, destroyed walls, a companion totally lost his mind. And for what? For what? The legacy of this family, this great family. I'm sorry, Gerard. I can't believe your estate could befall such a catastrophe when all we were doing was battling goblins, weak, impotent goblins. And that's it. Yeah, that's all I got.
okay. And now we move on to Stephanie, in the realm of bliss and pain.
All right.
Oh,
wait, and rushing wind? All right.
yeah.
Where the hell am I? How do I get out of here? What is that thing in front of me? I swear to God, if I can find a way out, I will never touch another drop of nasty again. I'll do what that loser Landon says and stay clean.
Stephanie, we've been here before. We've been through all this.
You're not real. This is all in my head.
I'm going to say goodbye to you now, Stephanie, and you all come back soon, you hear? And you start to fade away out of this chaotic miasma, and you regain consciousness at the top of the stairs. And you promptly buckle over and hurl onto the ground, kind of a multicolored vomit. And yeah.
Nice.
And now it is Jerry's turn. Jerry's final comments here.
Well, on one hand, my heart hurts for Simon. I feel like I should have taken better care of the kid, leaving him in the boat, nearly dead, and now he's just gone, probably washed away in the tide. On the other hand, that kid was kind of stupid. I'm not sure he would have ever made it back to his family. And now we've destroyed this mansion. I really just think we need to get the fuck out of here. And at that point, with the nasty wearing off, my temporary hit points leave me at 1 hit point, and I pretty much just pass out.
Okay. So you lean back and like basically pass up with your back against one of these stays here on the dock. And yeah, session is over. And how do I stop recording?